Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 7 Soviet destroyer Kiev. It has 6 main guns, 10 torpedoes, 16 AA guns, a surface detection of 8.7 kilometers, top speed, 42.5 knots, total hull 15,800. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main battery, increase main battery accuracy, reduce flood and fire chance, faster rudder shift. And for my commander, situation awareness, basic firing training, faster turret traverse, superintendent, and last stand. We are on the map Land of Fire. This game was pretty awesome, and it led to me earning the Tashkent, so you can expect that ship in the near future. But for now, we are headed towards sea, and we are not spotted just yet. The Soviet destroyers, of course, have to deal with a longer detection range on their ships, and we are detected. Okay, so there's some enemy destroyer close by trying to get to sea, and okay, we dropped off. So is he right in front of us? Yes, he's right in front of us. Okay, so the island is actually blocking his line of sight, and we were also taking fire from something over on the left side, the port side of our ship, and we're just going to ping it out for our team. We have perfect protection though from the enemy torpedoes. I actually played this game in another replay, but I wasn't behind the island, and I was killed for that. Torpedoes came, I was hiding from the enemy, multiple enemy destroyers came and assaulted me, and I just couldn't deal with it. But with the island barrier, it's much easier. And yep, here they come. Okay, so the Farragut is showing up, spotting me. The enemy in the smoke can then engage me. I have to protect myself from the enemy in the smoke. So we go dark. We expect that our friends will be able to spot the Farragut. The Farragut's out in the open, obviously, and firing. So they're going to be our eyes while we engage the enemy wearing the holiday camo. And he drops off for half a second. He slams into the island, and he's a done destroyer. He sends out torpedoes. Oh, this is going to be bad. Can we avoid it? We're trying. We kill him. And nope. We take one right on the nose. And in 0.5.2, we would only have 4,000 hit points, but in this patch, we have 7,000. So that nerf's going to be pretty harsh on this ship. It does need a nerf. It's very effective, but 3,000 is a lot. So we've captured C. The enemy Hatsaharu doesn't want to show themselves, understandably. Looks like he's trying to escape. He shows up every once in a while. He probably didn't time it just right for when he was firing to when he was moving away from the smoke, because he should not be spotted. And there's 2 enemy cruisers in the background, both of them German. Speaking of German cruisers, I now own the Admiral Hipper, and you can expect a video shortly. One of my last York games, I was just using HE, because the velocity change from HE to AP is extreme. 3 seconds longer it takes the AP, and this enemy tries to escape. We fire on his last known position, but I don't think we'll be able to. Yeah, we miss him. I think he's going to get out. Remember that there was a York just behind this island. I believe the enemy Hatsaharu sends out his torpedoes. We're going to fire on the enemy. Attempt to, at least. And oh no. That Soviet velocity is great for most things, but not for firing over islands. We slam it right into the island. Enemy York is also trying to get out. We don't want any of them getting out. We're on the offensive. And you notice we're going to switch to AP. He's broadside. And if we lead the target correctly, Notser, we'll be able to do pretty good damage. Nope. So far, we are missing pretty badly, and he's nearing our max range. 2K, okay. And he's making it a harsher angle. AP's going to be less effective. And yeah, he's gone. He's outside of our range. So now I'm just going to hold my fire. I'm going to try and get back into range, and I'm going to switch to HE. Anytime I'm firing on a target, doesn't matter the ship class. I have a video where I'm just spamming AP against an Iowa, and the dude is broadside, isn't doing anything to deal with me at all, and AP is super effective. Each salvo's doing 3.5k, and that's happening every 4 seconds. So yeah, I'm really exploring the idea that you fire AP, there's no limitation on the target's armor value. It seems like AP is just looking for good, clean, flat surfaces for the ability to do 90% of the damage you would normally do. And an enemy Pensacola is showing up. Pensacola is notoriously a bad US cruiser, especially the stock variant. It's just awful. Its turret rotation is York class level of slow. And he's showing his side, so we're going to swap to AP. We're going to pop smoke because, of course, he's trying to get in position to engage us. The second he's able to fire, we hide ourselves, and he's frustrated. He fires, and he's going to move away. AP's going to be less effective, so we need to swap back to HE. And that is, ideally, how you would play this. You notice that last AP salvo was ineffective because it was a harsh angle. So yes, you have to be very aggressive at swapping your ammo if you want to do an AP-HE effective build. And part of this is me trying to find ways to keep the Soviet destroyers effective, since they are nerfing the HE damage output of the guns in 0.5.2 by, I think, 300 points of damage. So, you know, it's an ever-evolving game, and your strategy always needs to evolve. And the Pensacola is still trying to run. We have to leave the safety of the smoke in order to engage him, but to also put ourselves in position to find success later. He fires on us with his back guns, and we're going to try and angle our booty. And, we are pretty fast. It's really hard to track us. He misses slightly. And he's getting outside of our range. Yeah, we can't fire on his position. We're trying to get back into range. Friendly cruiser's coming up, the Nuremberg. He's firing on the enemy York. And he gets, I think he gets a fantastic broadside. Just look, half of his health melts away. And his rate of fire is extremely high. The Nuremberg should take out the York if the York is showing too much of his side. Oh, look at him. He's just melting. His health is gone. One more salvo and he's dead. Yeah. Wow. That was probably like 15 seconds. Guy was 80% health and then he was nothing. So, the eastern side of the map is pretty void of activity. We're going to head over to the west. And you can see we're rocking the Jolly Roger flag. We've got the extra XP bonus camo, the 100 that you get for free when you reach rank 1. I always load it up whenever I have my first win of the day. And the Pensacola's back, so we're going to engage it again. Someone's pinging out an island in front of me, so maybe there's an enemy destroyer there. The Pensacola's showing his side, but he is very far away, so I'm just going to stick with HE for no other reason than he might change his angling and it would be less effective. He's so low that I just need to get shots on the target in order to kill him. And I really would like to kill him before he escapes line of sight. He's getting pretty close. And for a long time he refused to fire on me. Maybe he wanted to get over outside of line of sight, but I don't think... Yeah, he's not able to get out of line of sight. Friendlies help finish him off. And enemy Colorado is outside of range, and an enemy Hatsaru. We see you once again. So, front guns fire, and front guns are very effective. You don't need your back guns, The Soviet destroyer outclasses Japanese destroyers so much that front guns are more than enough. Maintaining good angling is more important. I would even argue that the front guns are more than enough against US destroyers too. That angling is key. And we are able to take him out. He showed his side. It was very easy. We're going to capture B. And now all that remains are enemies on the western side of the map. We see 4 of the enemy's 5 ships. And we're going to head towards them. As we're capturing B, we're deciding who to go after. We could go after that Colorado. The Colorado is pretty low. Only a couple salvos and he should die. Especially if we get a fire. But it looks like a friendly is focusing on him. Anytime that a ship is like this, you gotta go after him. You can't go after any other ship than the Colorado. He's trying to be the furthest back, but you need to put yourself in a position to eliminate him. He's just too low, and taking him out of the game is more important than maybe sustaining damage. Especially this close to the end of the match. And we get a fire with one of our first salvos, but he puts it out with damage control. Now, he's going to be immune for probably 10 seconds, but then he will be susceptible because he is using, and you see one didn't stick, he is using his heal. So we are actively doing damage, but he is actively healing it. And is that fire going to stick? No! Still immune. Enemy Fuso is coming, but I don't believe he's aiming at me. Yeah, he's not aiming at me. I did a quick check to see where his guns were. And finally, we get another fire. That one will stick. And this Fuso is actually within range of my torpedoes, so you're going to see something very rare. I'm going to use the Soviet destroyer torpedoes. So we set them out in front of the Fuso, predicting that he would turn and slightly soften his angling. And it looks like he's going right into the trap. It will be... both sets actually are going to make contact. Oh yeah. Devastating strike. Completely obliterated that Fuso. And we won the game. That XP bonus though. 11,000 with that camouflage. 3 kills. 2,470 base XP. Just a great carry from a great ship. We did around 85,000 points of damage. Just a solid game. And we were all over the map. Soviet destroyers are fantastic for traversing the map. I hope you enjoyed this game. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.